Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaz and I'm a channeler and a healer. In today's video we are going to have a look at what you are not seeing. So this is a timeless reading, it can be viewed anytime, and we're going to explore what's perhaps either hidden from you or you're not aware of, or it is very aware to you but you're just not seeing it for some reason. Now this can be either positive or more of a negative aspect of life, and it's advice from Spirit on how to deal with what you're not seeing and perhaps how to see better. So we have three groups to choose from, or three crystals. Crystal 1 is Celestite, Crystal 2 is Apache, and Crystal 3 is Citrine. So there are timestamps in the description box, so you can scroll to whichever pile or whichever crystal you choose. And there's also chapters on the timeline. And I will see you at your reading. Group 1, you chose the Celestite crystal. I'm just going to pick it up and channel through it and see what Spirit has to say about what you are not seeing. Gosh, I'm really getting an image of someone wearing a blindfold. So there is perhaps a fair bit that you're not seeing in your life, and it's almost like you have chosen to wear this blindfold. So it may have been that in childhood you saw things that were scary, or you saw things that you really didn't want to see. And this could be things that were in the spirit world. Perhaps this is to do with your clairvoyance, and you shut some of that gift down because it was scary for you. And you might find that now it is starting to awaken, and this is destined. So no matter what you do, you are going to be seeing things if this is what you've done in childhood. So my advice to you is to start doing some protective practices, some spiritual protection. If you Google this, you will find lots of advice on this. And choose one that suits you. You might try something, decide that's not for you, and you might try something else. So I'm not going to give you any specific advice on that because it's very individual. So I feel that you've put this blindfold on because you saw so clearly, and it was almost like it was a complete surprise. So it happened just one day, and I feel like it's at night. I feel like maybe you're in your bedroom and you're trying to go to sleep, or you're awakened by something and it really scared you. It may have happened a couple of times, and the first few times it wasn't so scary, then it got scary. Now for some of you, you may be spiritually awakening anyway, and you might find that at night things are a little bit scary because you're hearing and seeing things that no one else can hear or see. So sometimes this is a process that you need to go through, and in the beginning you feel you have absolutely no control over it, but it becomes more controllable the more you experience it. So just do your nighttime protection and before you go to sleep, because that's when your conscious mind is more relaxed and your subconscious and your intuitive side can come through, and it allows things to creep through. Now for some of you who this doesn't apply to, I actually feel that you saw something in childhood that you really didn't want to see, and it was scary, and it was physical, so it was in the material world. And you deliberately put a blindfold on you because there were things in life that you just didn't want to deal with. Now you may have been a really sensitive child who was maybe you're clair-empathetic or clairsentient, and you can feel what others go through. So maybe you saw something where someone was suffering and it really hurt your heart. So you try to close down that gift so that you wouldn't have to deal with it. And I feel that you've put a blindfold on because of that. So the advice here is to look at your own stuff, because not only have you put a blindfold on to what others are going through, but you've put a blindfold on almost towards your own emotions and your own feelings, and it was something that you did to protect yourself. And now that you're older, those emotions and feelings have kind of set up a pattern within you. And it's time to take off the blindfold and look at those patterns. Because you may have found through life that you've got a certain pattern. Maybe it's in partnership, maybe it's in business or employment, where everything starts okay and then everything deteriorates in some form or another. But it seems to be the same reason that everything deteriorates. And it's because you're not seeing that this pattern is inside you. It may be a fear of abandonment. It may be a fear of stepping into the limelight. It could be anything, but you've blinded yourself to it. And it's time to take the blindfold off, Spirit is saying. For this whole group in general, I feel that just giving yourself permission to have a look at yourself and what you're going through and what you can do and what your gifts are is going to open the door for you to see what you've hidden from yourself. So there may be a time of healing that takes place here, and that's okay. But I feel that if you avoid this further, and you may be at any stage of life, things will just get harder and harder for you in this area of life. So let's say, for instance, when you're a child, you saw two people arguing and now you avoid conflict. The universe is going to keep putting you in places of conflict until you are able to deal with conflict. So it's like a lesson that needs to be learnt and cleared. And when you do that, it's almost like your life just opens up. What you're doing now is putting yourself in a really small box. And you're not able to see joy in life, and you're not able to open yourself up to good things flowing to you because you're trying to control these emotions or feelings that you had when you were a child. And I'm getting the term, there's an elephant in the room. So in your life somewhere, there's something very, very obvious that you need to look at. And it's almost like, why doesn't this happen for me? And when is this going to happen? And why is everyone else able to do this and I'm not? And you're constantly asking those questions, but what you're not doing is really looking at what's happening and really pinpointing the issue. Now, you may not be able to do this for yourself. Maybe you want to go and see a therapist to help you with this, or an energy healer, or someone who is going to be able to find it for you if you can't find it yourself. I don't feel this is a past life thing. I feel this is from this lifetime. So it needs to be dealt with here and now. And I'm seeing someone handing you a present, but you can't see the present. Like they've got a gift for you in their hands and they're trying to hand it to you, but you can't see that because you're trapped or you're mired in this old emotion, this old pain. And you have habits in life. Maybe you're quite flighty. Maybe you run away from things instead of confronting them head on because it was safer for you to do so when you were a child, but you're an adult now. So it's time to face the fear and have a look at what's coming towards you and deal with it no matter what it brings up. And it will bring up emotions because they need to be processed to allow your heart to open and allow yourself to receive the gifts that the universe wants to give you. I feel for some of you, you've heard this message before, but it was too scary at the time to deal with it. But you're getting another nudge from the universe here. Now, the universe starts with little knocks and taps, and they become people pounding on the door, and then they become, big, big things in your life. So don't let it get to that stage where something monumentous has to happen to you to start looking at this. Take control, be in your own power, and go and do this for yourself. Wow, that was quite powerful. There's a lot of energy around this. I hope that gave you the incentive to deal with things that you need to look at. I couldn't be more specific than that because I feel that for a lot of you this is very generalised, and you guys will know what this is about. And if you don't, you will need to seek outside help to find it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Crystal 2, Group 2, welcome to your reading. I'm just going to pick up your crystal and channel through it. I feel a big burden on you. You've got a problem and you can't see your way out of it, and that's what I'm getting here. And you are overthinking it and turning into a mountain when it's just a molehill. So I feel like a lot of this is stored in your solar plexus for a lot of you. I'm really feeling that very, very strongly. So you might like to do some chakra clearing to just loosen up some of this energy here. Because I feel that this is really, I'm seeing a tuning fork. So some of you might want to go and get some sound healing. But I feel that you're not quite in tune with your life and the universe at the moment because you are worrying about something that is either out of your control or on your destined path, and you can't do much about it at this point. This might be something that you're waiting for something to happen, but it's not been happening and not been happening and not been happening, and now you're really frustrated. And that frustration is natural, but what the universe and what Spirit is saying here is it may be something that needs to be done in divine timing when all the energies are aligned, and they're not aligned yet. So, take a deep breath. Breathe out. And just allow the universe to work its magic. So, there's more to this than what you see. A lot more than what you see. It's a lot bigger than what you see. If you could see what was in front of you, you would stop worrying immediately. And you would stop overthinking and trying to problem solve and going at it and going at it and going at it until you're exhausted and your frustration is being taken out on others. You would just let it be, because the universe works in mysterious ways, is what they're telling me, and something is coming towards you that's wonderful, but you could never imagine with your tiny little human brain, is what I'm hearing. No offense to you, I think more about us as humans, but with our little human perception, we can't fathom some of the things that Spirit can line up for us. And because of this, we tend to overthink and try to problem solve. And what Spirit is saying to you in this group is, hold your horses, sit down, have a cuppa, and relax. Because they are working on this. It's not your job to work on it. It's their job. Your job is to relax and listen to the cues, or to see the cues, or to feel the cues that you're getting from the universe when it's time to move forward. This is such a definite slicing end to the reading. It's like, we're done. Spirit is saying, that's it. That's all we had to say. Relax. Just relax and let us do the job that you're trying to do. And as a human, you can't see what needs to be done. And it's out of your power to do it. So relax, take a break, be kind to yourself, nurture yourself, and then something will crop up. So I'm feeling this very strongly around money and career. So money might be related to your household finances, or what you've got coming in, or looking for a new job, or not having any money flowing to you, or having a partner that's wasting all your money, something along those lines, okay? So it's about personal money and finances, or career, or both, for a lot of you. And I just feel the tension running out of my body. So there's some great advice. Just relax, group 2, you're fine. And allow the universe to work its magic. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Group 3, or Crystal 3, you chose the Citrine. I'm going to just pick it up so I can channel through it. Oh, there's a lot of energy here. A lot of energy. You've got yourself quite worked up about something. One thing in particular you've got yourself really worked up about, and what you're not seeing is there's a solution right in front of you. Right in front of you. So it's either your belief system or societal system or even spiritual system that's stopping you from seeing the answer. So, you have a problem, the answer's right in front of you. How do you get to it? What's Spirit's advice here? First of all, relax, get enough sleep, have good nutrition. In other words, be balanced, ground yourself, they're saying. Stop overthinking, start meditating, because there's a solution, and it's honestly, I see it sitting just above your crown chakra. So near where your soul star is, and it's almost like you can pull it down and put it in your head. It may come to you in dreams, which is why you need a big sleep. It may come as a thought pattern. It may come as just inspiration. It may come from noticing something around you that perhaps you're blinded to at the moment because you're very stressed and overburdened by whatever this problem is. If you're imbibing in substances to relax, they're telling you to back off because that's blocking the solution coming towards you. If you're stressed and not looking after yourself or listening to people around you, they're telling you to back away from that because it's stopping the solution from coming to you. For some of you, you might actually have outside energies interfering. So it may be someone in the physical world. I'm getting almost like, for those of you in a relationship, I'm getting someone related to your partner that's more or less interfering in something. Their energy is interfering. They may be physically interfering. So there's something there that you just need to, if you're feeling really bad about how they're treating you, you need to get back into your own centre. Look at what patterning you have within inside you to allow this to happen. And I'm talking about on an energetic, psychological level, not a physical level. So what patterns or behaviours are they mirroring back to you? Maybe they're being very controlling, but where in life are you being very controlling, and how can you release some of that for yourself? So you might be, actually I'm getting like a big power struggle here, so you might be caught in a power struggle with someone. It doesn't necessarily have to be your partner's relatives, but it could be, your boss or your colleagues or something. But I feel that because you're running around in circles trying to deal with the emotions it's bringing up for you and these old patterns that are trying to show yourself, you're not seeing the solution. And it's so easy. I just feel like it's just, you'll get to the point where you'll say, oh my God, that was so simple. Why didn't I see that earlier? And this isn't about running away from a problem because you'll inherit the problems elsewhere. The universe is very good at that. This is about getting yourself back into full balance and centered within your heart and being in your own energy and not projecting it out to everyone else. Because when someone's treating you badly, our natural reaction and our conditioning says attack back. And when you're doing that, your energy is going to that person. That goes with watching things and being overstimulated by media and being overstimulated by other people's stories, even if they're fictional, because then your energy goes to that and you don't have enough for yourself. So it's time to get yourself back in balance. There may have been some excesses that have happened because you're stressed and you're trying to deal with that stress. So you are going to have to make an effort here, an effort to put yourself back in balance so you can see the solution. And this might take you a couple of months. So the more you resist this, the more you won't see the solution. So this is a little reminder from the universe and from your spirit team who want the very, very best for you in life to start looking after yourself. Some of you might have had a little bit of a health scare recently, and there's another nudge from the universe. Start looking after yourself. Deal with your stuff. Deal with the things that you've carried on your back all of your life. And it's almost like the solution will be presented to you. It'll be so easy and so simple. And you'll just think, what the heck was I doing all of that time? Because it's just there. And it's just so. And it just is. And the universe wants to thank you. Your spirit guides want to thank you for being persistent and trying to find a solution, but they want to unmask you and make it easy for you, and you are the one that's going to have to initiate that with cleaning up your life. This may mean decluttering your home. This may mean looking very closely at your finances. This may mean letting go of things that don't serve you any longer. This may mean letting go of relationships that aren't in your best interests. There's going to be some action needed to be taken by you for you to find this solution. But once you start the ball rolling, you will get lots of support in putting your life into balance. Things will be brought to you that are going to be beneficial for you. So, for instance, you might see an ad for a massage therapist, or you might see an ad for, I'm seeing those pods where you go into the pod with the magnesium. What's it called? I've gone blank, sorry. Float tanks. Things like that. Like there will be, the universe will bring to you things that will help you get back into balance. So don't just wait for them, initiate it. Get up and start something. It doesn't have to be huge, just start something. And your forward motion will continue to grow. So it might be that you're completely stuck in something and you decide to go for a walk. And that initiation, that forward motion helps loosen a few things. So then you can add something else. And it doesn't have to be you have to go hard or go home. You don't have to go from 0 to 100 in 24 hours. It's more starting and continuing. It might be something really small, like drinking more water, but continuing to make that a daily habit and then adding to it as you can cope with things. Because for a lot of this group, I feel you're very burnt out and life just feels completely overwhelming at the moment. The universe wants the best for you, and you need to accept that you deserve the best. Oh, group 3, that's all I have for you. I hope this advice really, really helped you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.